Welcome to another installment of the APB recap. Let's get into some of the hooplas. The market for VTubers are getting more and more saturated, but then again, so are the market for singers and rappers, and yet there are loads and loads of people who want to be them. There are also some VTubers that also want to be both VTubing and also singing and rapping. One of them includes the daughter of this poor Redditor. She wants to be a VTuber, but she wants a VTuber avatar. There are loads and loads of free softwares and tutorials out there that let you to make your own VTuber avatar. It should take you a couple of hours. But no, she wants to take the shortcut. She wants the expensive route of her own custom VTubing rig for $2,000, which in the market of VTubing rig commissions is pretty high, but it depends on how you want the complexity of the avatar or the rig. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is that her parents had plans for her to go to college with her college savings, but she wants to ditch college completely in favor of becoming a VTuber, and she wants to take 10% of the $20,000 college fund for her VTuber rig, which is about $2,000. Here's the thing, lady. College sucks, but the statistics don't lie. College degrees do increase your chance to get a good job. The ones who don't have college degrees and have good jobs have this thing called hard work. You either work hard in college or work hard with whichever work you chose. And I prefer if you work full-time jobs with a consistent revenue rather than a flexible job with inconsistent revenue, which is what a lot of online works are. And that's the risk that you have to take if you want to be an internet content creator. A revenue of being an internet content creator is not consistent. It's up and down, up and down. Sometimes it's your lucky day. Others,
$5 a month.
if you want to get a consistent revenue, try to find a job that people consistently need. There will always be more people wanting a coffee from Starbucks compared to the people that want to, watch your channel. Oh yeah, and another thing, if you're an artist on the internet and you're taking commissions, ask for cash up front.
Cash up front. This I like.
Do not start working until your clients pay you for it. They don't even need to pay in full. Pay in half, pay in quarters, pay in tenths. Doesn't matter. If your clients don't give you any forms of cash up front, don't start working on them. Otherwise, your time will be wasted doing something that you don't get paid for. And speaking of get paid, before we go to the next hoopla, this video is brought to you by you guys. All of you wonderful people have made this whole thing to happen. If you want to support this channel and see your name within the list of these awesome people, you can check out the links down below. Just $1 and you'll see yourself among these amazing and fantastic people. Seriously, thank you so much. You guys are fantastic. Products promise quite a lot, but some products manage to promise something that's unlike the other. Monster Energy wins a lawsuit against Bang for false advertising. In case you don't know, both of these brands are energy drinks. It's kind of like Sony suing Microsoft. The reason why they won is something that's not really that strange in the realms of advertising, but still funny nonetheless. Bang advertised their product as being able to reverse mental retardation. That's right, Bang can cure any of your mental disabilities.
What part of that was not a steaming pile of BS?
If you're on a spectrum, drink Bang. You're gonna be a normal person like everybody else. Can you believe why this brand gets sued for false advertising? It's kind of insane how payment services can dictate what kind of services that people use them for. I don't understand why payment services need to track what people use them for so much. All of the transactions can be blocked and they can also be tracked by them. That's why criminals won't use them. The smart ones, at least. But I'm not talking about criminals here. I'm not even talking about sleazy attorneys for criminals.
We can discuss Visa or MasterCard, but definitely not American Express, so don't even ask, all right?
Funnily enough, I don't get why American Express was singled out by Saul, so I looked it up, and it turns out that they just simply charge more.
I am once again asking for your financial support.
No, I'm not talking about the Saul Goodmans of the world. I'm talking about the 18-plus artists. It's fine for the payment services to serve sleazy lawyers for drug dealers, but not the 18-plus artists. The ones that draw fictional characters. And the next target from the payment services are apparently the wrong thinkers. A new policy update from PayPal lets company pull $2,500 from users' account if they promote misinformation. Now, What constitutes as misinformation? Who gets to decide what is and isn't misinformation? All of this sounds like wrong thing to me. Fortunately, they backpedaled from this ridiculous endeavor, but they're still holding the stance that 18 plus content creators should be punished for the content that they make involving fictional characters. At this point, I hate to say it, but crypto seems like the only safe way to make a transaction for that sort of stuff. You give them the coins and then pull the rug immediately so that the value won't go to the moon. And by moon, I mean the moon from Majora's Mask. Now, I assume that some of you guys are white, but even as a white person, you can tell that this is just balloony. I am too white for Metal Hellsinger. I'm playing this.
No kid didn't ask. Listen, wait.
They say that white people dance to the lyrics while black people dance to the beat. Lady, what the hell kind of assumption is that?
They're racist!
This poses a problem for me, a white girl playing Metal Hellsinger. I'm playing this.
A white woman!
There's this song by Ariana Grande titled "Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored." No, really, that's the title. It's right up there next to Rihanna's "Bitch Better Have My Money." Oh, and by the way, if you look up the music video for Rihanna's "Bitch Better Have My Money," you can find some ditties on YouTube. That's perfectly fine, apparently. But a lot of other channels, they got demonetized. What I'm trying to say is, when Ariana says you need to break up with your girlfriend because she's bored, it sounds convincing. I mean, for God's sake, she's a pop star diva with millions of fans around the world. So even guys with girlfriends are willing to break up with them in favor of her if she asks for it. Now, imagine what she said, except instead of pop star diva Ariana Grande saying it, it's some neckbeard incel saying it. I've been talking with her a lot, and we've grown pretty close. I know you're her boyfriend and all that, but I was gonna politely ask if you could break up with her. Bro, I mean, don't get me wrong. You're on the right track. You're on the verge of being one manipulative bastard. Have the boyfriend to break up with her so that she swoons over you is a great strategy. You just need the right tactic. You need to find the weaknesses that they both have, find ways to exaggerate them into ridiculous beliefs to the point where they just simply got bothered by each other, and manipulate them into scenarios that can completely destroy their relationships. That would have been something that a great sociopathic supervillain would do. But unfortunately, you're not a sociopathic supervillain. You're just a desperate incel wanting to get some coochie. Guys, if you look hard enough, even in this puritanical country that I lived in called Indonesia, it's totally possible to find hookers that are willing to make you celibate for a couple $100. Oh, wait a second. You want a meaningful relationship and a meaningful sex. Sorry to say this, bro, but you're gonna have to, work hard on it. And by work hard, I mean not just physically working out and going out into the gym. I also mean talking to your partner about your relationship, discussing how you should move it forward. Think about the future, being a responsible person. If you're not responsible with yourself, you cannot be responsible with others. So you have to start from, well, you. By the way, this is only 10 kilograms or about 22 pounds. I'm still a beginner at this, guys. I gotta start somewhere, Speaking of hookers, apparently there are loads of girls on the internet who are sex workers, but they don't like to be referred to as prostitutes. And you know what? I'm cool with that. The word prostitute has a very negative connotation. I don't mind referring to you as escorts or sex workers, and I don't mind not calling you prostitutes. But I'm still gonna call you hookers. Someone seriously just wrote this entire tweet underneath some lewd content. Sexuality is the cause of war, crime, etc. No, not really. I think you need to reread your history, pal. That's what Evernote feature admits to. Evernote? As in Evernote, the note-taking app. What does that have to do with anything? With the news that Russia is preparing for nuclear war and you are the cause of it, you are still posting this stuff. Wait. Hold on a minute. Russia is preparing for nuclear war, and the reason is because we enjoy 18 plus content?
Okay, I'm going to invade Russia.
Be aware that you are the cause of the destruction of the world. Okay then, I'll give you this advice.
What's some porn?
Parents parents can be a serious problem. Some people even have serious daddy issues. And this is why people should try to limit how many kids that they're gonna have, because otherwise, they're gonna be born in this godforsaken world. Or at least according to this guy. Have we got to the point where having 3 children should be socially unacceptable? No, we haven't gotten to that point. What makes you think that having 3 children is socially unacceptable? Having 3 children as the world burns is surely not okay. Oh, right, it's about the world burning. Well, sorry to say this to you, but we human beings are going to breed regardless. If you don't like it, maybe Earth isn't for you. It's been a while since we have an Elden Ring hoopla, and it's not surprising that game journalists caught up with Malenia only just now. I mean, seriously, there are already loads and loads of speedruns in this game. I've beaten the game like 3 to 4 times already, and game journalists are still at Malenia. Elden Ring's Malenia embodies From Software's problems with women. No, they do not have a problem with women. But don't worry, guys. That's not the best part. Malenia's boss fight, according to the writer, is punishingly difficult. The audience's hostile and competitive attitudes about it are often steeped in gender toxicity. These gender toxicity consist of the audiences saying something like, pussy-ass bitch. Or something along those lines. And that's a major point from the article. The article says that From Software has a problem with women because the player base are calling their characters bitches. So they're misogynistic for making a really hard game. Well, you can try to dissuade them with this, game journals, but the game sold millions of copies already and are still being played even to this day. So it's kinda your loss. Hobbies can give really good memories and also bad memories. And also really, really bad memories. No more cartoons for grown men! Sorry, my entire hard drive looks like you're off my playlist. I can't believe how much I need to empathize this. You should be watching football and not cartoons. Sorry, but I'm not interested. I don't like football. I like cartoons. I like anime. You be quiet. Cartoons make people toxic and neglectful and ruins the lives of those around them. Stop. Quit while you're ahead. Listen to me. I know.
That's a nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is
His ex-girlfriend. No, really. His ex-girlfriend. So it all started rosy. His ex-girlfriend was into cartoons. She would watch them all the time. He wasn't a big fan, but he watched them with her. As time went on, he realized that all she did was surrounded by cartoons. It was all she watched and all she talked about. All she talked about, or a good portion of what she talked about. Apparently, she was obsessed with cartoons. She would never watch any live action or sports programs. Doesn't really make a huge difference. Both are entertainments and both have their own obsessed weirdos. She would never start talking about cartoons. About 7 months in the relationship, she started ignoring him and being careless on everything. Apparently, all of their dates are watching cartoons, which actually doesn't sound so bad. Depending on the cartoon we're watching, but still. But it got worse. She would miss work because she didn't want to miss new episodes. You do realize that we have this thing called Netflix, VODs, pirate sites. She got fired, but she wasn't concerned. Okay, pro tip, guys and girls. If your significant others are not concerned by the fact that they got fired and have no desire to find other source of income aside from leeching off of their parents, break up. Then he tried to get her some help, but then she got violent and started attacking him. And that's where he broke up with her. Her lives got taken over by some cartoons. Okay, I'm seeing the symptoms. You got yourself an obsessed consumer sloth. What I am not seeing is how cartoon is the problem when someone can act equally the same way when they're watching, oh, I don't know, football or live action shows. This entire thing is a case of this.
Once again, you put your keen and penetrating mind to the task and as usual come to the wrong conclusion.
You faced a serious issue in your relationship, but you made the wrong conclusion and what causes the problem. The conclusion isn't cartoons make people's lives worse. It's totally possible for people to watch cartoons and still have a reasonable schedule, a responsible life. The conclusion here is that she's a crazy, obsessed consumer freak. And that doesn't have to be from cartoons. It can be from literally anything else. That's all for the recap today, guys. Please check out my APB live streams, link down below. That's pretty much what I do a lot more these days because I am super busy in life. I actually got jobs in real life. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.